Joining us today, Sheryl Swoopes and the movie's director, Hannah Storm. Good morning to you both.
That's a great intro.
It was. I haven't heard that in a while.
That was great.
Sheryl, a lot of folks here in Houston remember you. What does it feel like to have a movie made about you and you're still alive? Because a lot of times movies are made, after the fact.
Right. That's so funny.
You know, it's such an honor to be able to sit here and watch my life story being told by myself on the big screen. And to have an opportunity to talk about it and just kind of put everything out there for everybody, the questions that people may have had. And, Hannah did a phenomenal job of making me go there, even at times, and it was like really hard and difficult for me to do it. But, I think it's a film that a lot of people will absolutely love to watch, love to hear my side of the story, and I'm really excited about it.
Was it hard to come out with some of those personal things that you really had not shared with anyone before?
It's always hard when you have to go back and kind of relive some of those moments. And, for me, it was a situation where I kind of thought those feelings had kind of been suppressed or I was way past it. And, honestly, Hannah found a way to just bring everything out. But it felt good. Honestly, there's really nothing in it that people probably haven't read or didn't think they knew or that you couldn't go and Google. But it's absolutely different when I'm actually sitting here and I'm talking about it. But it was such a great sense of relief to finally have an opportunity to say, look, this is what happened. This is who I am. I'm in a much better place today than I've probably ever been in my life. And it's a great feeling for me.
That is great. Now, Hannah, what made you want to do a film about Sheryl?
Well, how could you not?
Well, but I have to ask you.
I just feel like, well, I love Houston. I did play-by-play for the Comets' first season. Sheryl was pregnant and had a baby. I had just had a baby. We were both doing these new jobs, and I was like, she absolutely rocks. Like, she was my idol because I could see her like doing what she was doing on such a big stage and being so groundbreaking as a working mom. And she was really inspirational to me at the time. And then she just is such a groundbreaking woman on so many levels, whether it be, on the court, the incredible feats she did as a working mother, it opened the door in advertising with the Air Swoops and paved the way for so many other women to have endorsements. And then when she so bravely came out and was honest about her personal life as the 3-time MVP, also just really paving the way for people today to be forthcoming and honest about who they are and not to be afraid. And I mean, to me, she just at every step of the way broke ground. And then when she had tough times, she managed to use that same great tenacity and she's such an honest person with herself and really be introspective and look at her life and pull herself back up. And now here she is, the head coach at Loyola Chicago. So, I mean, it's amazing. We screened the movie last night. People were so inspired. They said, that this should be shown in schools. Guys loved it. Young men were. She inspires young men and women.
I've had a chance to watch it, and it is very good. So you did a very wonderful job with it.
Thank you.
Now, Sheryl, what was it like for your family to see all of this? You come out with all of this. Probably they didn't know some of these things as well.
My brothers, we've always been a very close family. So my brothers kind of sort of knew, they probably knew more than my mom. My mom got an opportunity to watch it for the first time last night, and honestly, that was the one person I was worried about. And I was just like, oh my goodness, there were times in the film, and my mom was sitting right behind me, so there were times in the film where I said, I can't look at her because I don't know what she's thinking. After the film, I walked up to her, because my mom was very quiet. I walked up to her and I said, well, what did you think? And she kind of looked at me and she said, I absolutely loved it. She called me at midnight last night and said, that was absolutely wonderful. So my mom liked it. She actually loved it. I don't really care about everybody else.
And when you get mom's approval, it's
my mom liked it too, so we're good.
Okay. Now I've said everything except for the title of the movie.
Right. Well, Swoops. I mean, she has such an iconic name. They wanted to come up with all these clever titles, and I was like, I'm sorry, Swoopes is it. It's one of the greatest names in the history of sports. It says it all. It's her, and so I went with that. I fought for that, and I think we tell a story of a wonderful team too, of the Comets.
Absolutely.
And it's a love letter to Houston too, which is a city that we both love so much.
Well, thank you so very much for coming in to share your story. And that story is going to be shared around the world, Sheryl. So thank you for what you have done to help our community, our city, and our country.
Thank you so much. It means a lot to me.
8
And you
p.m.
said-
8 p.m. Tuesday night on ESPN.
Thank you,
You're the
ladies.
best.
Thank you.